Hey guys, what's going on? This is Alan Lowman with Lowman Education. And man, what I'm about to tell you was so game-changing for me in the classroom, and it's something I want to share with you to help you have better results with your students, have more structure, more consistency. But man, here's the one thing that this is going to help you. Help the kids learn information and keep it. Oh man, look at this picture right here. This is what we can relate to as teachers. We pour a lot of time and effort and energy into the kids learning information, learning skills, developing their brains, and man, that's awesome. But man, this chart, I think, strikes a chord with all of us as teachers. We put a lot of effort and energy into student learning, and the kids, the day of the lesson, man, they learn it. It's so fun. They learn it. And then, when they leave your classroom that day, here's what happens. Over time, they lose that information. They have low long-term retention. And so, man, this diagram shows, hey, if you want to increase student long-term retention, there's a way to do it. Step one is the very next day, let students practice what they learned the day before. If you do that, look at what happens to the long-term retention. It doubles. You can double student long-term retention. You can significantly increase student long-term retention by just bringing it up the next day. And then if you want it to go up even more, man, review it another time, review it a third time, review it a fourth time, review it a fifth time. But I want you to pay attention to these intervals. The time to start reviewing is early and often, not right before the unit test, not before the end of the school year. Man, right after you learn it is the time to do it. So I just wanted to show you how do I take this theory and how do we put it into practice? So let me show you real quick what we did with our course. Here's our course, here's our units, here's our day for each unit, and here is our lesson cycle. We start each day with a warm-up, get the brain going. We have a teach piece during the lesson. The students learn and they practice what they just learned in an assignment, and then we have a closure. The next day, warm-up, lesson, assignment, closure. Warm-up, lesson, assignment, closure. Every day we had this warm-up, this bell ringer type activity to get the kids' brains going. I said, man, this is a perfect time to spiral back concepts students had learned. And so let me show you what that looks like. Here's what our warm-ups look like. There's 3 parts to the warm-ups. Let me show you the social studies ones first. Part 1 is, hey, what have we learned all year? Part 2 is, what did we do yesterday in class? And part 3 is, hey, what have we learned recently within the last 2 weeks? And so look at what happens within the first 7 minutes of class during their bell ringer, during their warm-up time. They get a chance to review stuff they've learned all year, review what they learned yesterday, review what they've learned in the last 2 weeks. Man, these warm-ups don't look like, oh man, this is going to change everything. But I can tell you the structure, the strategy of these warm-ups were game-changing for my students and their results. And because it kept their information learned throughout the year. So when the kids came in the next day, here's what they did the next day. What have we learned all year? What did we do yesterday? What have we done the last 2 weeks? All year, yesterday, last 2 weeks. All year, yesterday, last 2 weeks. All year, yesterday, last 2 weeks. Man, this is awesome. And so, man, I feel like my students were so successful because we knew what we wanted the students to learn. And once we learned it, we put time, effort, and energy. We put systems in place to spiral that information, spiral, spiral. So by golly, man, by the course of the entire year, our students didn't just learn information once. We kept it at the forefront of their memory, and man, they had phenomenal long-term retention of their skills and knowledge. So it was awesome. And then we did it for math. All year, yesterday, recent. All year, yesterday, recent. There's 3 parts. All year, yesterday, recent. All year, yesterday, recent. Man, this is just game-changing. In science, we did the same thing. What have you learned all year? What did you do yesterday? What have you done recently? All year, yesterday, recent. Man, this simple, structured, and strategic warm-up was game-changing for my students. It's awesome. And then in RLA, the RLA warm-ups are like, hey, we're going to have a short reading excerpt. There's going to be 2 reading comprehension skills, like an inferencing, main idea, author's purpose, vocabulary question, and then a revising or editing question. And we're just going to practice those skills day after day after day after day after day. And by golly, man, the kids practice these skills. And man, they develop long-term retention. So our mission at Lowman is to help you enjoy your profession, and to be good at it. And so check us out again, lowmaneducation.com, create an account. Man, we're happy to come alongside y'all to be the best teacher you can be.